Hello, this is John Pike, the Talent Genius, coming to you again with another best practices and some insights on how to improve your interviewing and recruiting process. If you saw last week's session, let me just give you a brief recap. We talked about the interview. Are you interrogating or are you differentiating? You know, when we take a look back, most of the time an interview goes like this. The actual person who's doing the interviewing asks you a myriad of questions. And then at the very end, they typically say, in the 5 minutes remaining, what questions do you have to ask me? So what I know is this, is that if your communication and your interview process is identical or very similar to everyone else, you are not distancing yourself and you are not creating any type of competitive framework to elevate your chances of hiring the best talent. Today, I want to share with you an email that I constructed for one of my clients that had incredible, overwhelming positive feedback. In fact, within a week of using this email, one of my business owners or entrepreneurs, he called me, and unfortunately it was just via voicemail, and he was raving about the fact that this email alone was the biggest reason as to why the person decided to come and work for his company versus everybody else, okay? So what I want you to consider is that how you communicate with every applicant or potential employee is of the utmost importance. In a very short period of time, this one business owner had over 800 administrative people apply for the position. 800. And it was a little bit more specialized, meaning we were looking for some unique nuances within the personality and also within the motivation that would really going to help to ensure that the person was going to perform well on the job. I provided a number of great candidates. And as it turned out, I was really kind of perplexed. Why haven't you hired somebody yet? We've had some amazing people that have come through. What's the holdup? What's the delay? What's happening? Well, as it turned out, the person that was communicating both on the phone and in writing to the candidates was not the right person and actually ended up getting fired. So be careful who it is that you have in that critical position. Okay, so let me just go ahead and spend some time reading this email that I put together. Change it, use it as you like, but basically at the top, the subject line, it says, "We are keen to meet you," and then in brackets, "new career." It says, "Thank you for your interest in being part of our amazing team. We also appreciate your extra diligence in completing the online profiles. This allows us to get to know you better. Of the hundreds of people who have applied, your scores are among the best. Scores that are ideal for consistent top performance in the role. As such, we are keen to meet with you in person." Okay, so right out of the gate, you're making a very bold statement and a very bold claim, and you're telling them how good they are, all right? Now, the next paragraph is as follows. "Having said that, there is something of even greater importance to us. We desire to collaborate with you to discover if you are the right cultural fit and if you are aligned with our core values. At the beginning of our meeting, we will provide you with ample time to ask questions for you to determine whether or not we are a great fit for you." Now, what am I doing here from a psychology point of view? I'm completely turning the tables and reversing how the normal process works, meaning that you interrogate the dickens out of the candidate and they have only the leftovers at the very end. I'm saying here, the expectation is that you are to come ready and prepared to ask us questions, and I'm going to actually give you control right after the small talk basically is finished. The next paragraph is when the first meeting goes well, you will also have the opportunity to meet with other members of our team, a second meeting. We know selecting a new career is a very important decision, so we provide you with more time to get to know us. You see how 100% of the focus is on what's in it for the candidate and the value for the candidate, not on me or you as the employer. Now, at the end of the day, we want to make sure we get the best person, but this is going to help to guarantee that. So we're saying if the first meeting goes well, you have an opportunity to come in and spend more time with us versus we having to bring you in for a second meeting to find out whether or not we can identify flaws and knock you out of the running for this position. The next paragraph says, "We believe life is too short to merely have a job. Our goal is to provide an exceptional work environment where employees love their jobs. A meaningful, lasting, and fulfilling career is what we desire for all our employees. So this is the paragraph that really helped to seal the deal, if you will, and really helped to differentiate versus the other 5 companies that this person was interviewing with. Because we're coming straight out and saying, hey, look, this is the best waking hours of your day that you're giving to your job. It's important. We want it to be rewarding. We want it to be lasting. We want it to be fulfilling. And then the last paragraph says, we are located at the following address. I will be calling you in the next 24 hours to schedule a day and time to meet. If at any point in our process outlined above you have any questions, please do not hesitate to call me at the following number. Thank you again for your interest. We are eager to meet you. Folks, I guarantee you've never heard an email or written correspondence anywhere close to that, because everybody else you're competing with is interrogating the candidate, and they're not able to write that type of compelling copy because they don't have the benefit of using these psychometric tools, which helps us know to begin with that this person's an absolute A player. So, thank you very much for your time. I hope you learned something to help differentiate your interviewing and hiring process. Thank you.